Hi guys, welcome. Today we are going to build a website with Oxygen Builder. Yesterday we did build a website with Cadence, a normal WordPress theme, and we were able to see that how it is very hard for us to uh, hold the data or hold the designs which are made by custom post types. So we will go right ahead today and we will work on building the website. But today what we will do, one second. Today what we will do is we will build a website with Oxygen and see how it is either good or how it is either bad when we are here. So there are people coming in already. So I'm very happy to see that happening. Couple of minutes we will take to greet everyone who is coming in because they joined so early. So it takes good time to appreciate people joining in early. In the meantime, I will start building some banners which might help through when we are presenting for the people who will be watching this later. So we don't need this. Okay. Are they info? Let me add some links here. Hi Prabhu. Happy to see you here again. You are a very enthusiastic learner. I'm very happy to know that. We are going to build a website with Oxygen Builder today. That's what we are going to do now. So I think we can start. We can start now. Just Arch Computing. Very good evening, Arch Computing. Like it's your first time. I'm seeing you for the first time, and thank you for dropping a comment. So let's get started. So to do that, we have to first make sure. Let me make the screen full screen. Okay, let me make the coding part full screen, and I will go aside for until I don't need to come in. So I'm going away. I'm gone. Let me know if my audio is clear and everything is working fine. Anyway, I'm going to start right now. So the important thing would be when you are new to Oxygen, just make sure your dashboard is not like filled with unnecessary junk. You might not need information about this. Maybe quick draft, not activity, keep activity there, and all this stuff can obviously go. So I'm not updating to 5.6 right now because 5.6 removes some elements of jQuery. So we are not going to install that and have problem with it. So we are not updating to 5.6. Let's go to updates and see. It's always a good practice to keep your WordPress setup updated. So we have like 5 themes which are requiring us to update, and the 6th thing is the WordPress core update itself. We're not going to update these, but let's go and delete something which we don't need. So to delete a theme, you select the theme, and at the bottom you can see the delete option hiding there silently. So that's what they do. Like the themes have a very hidden delete option. We are going to delete unnecessary themes. It's always a good practice to do it. And these sessions will not just be simple walkthroughs, but these will also be giving you the best practices that you need to. So the newest edition is a 2020 theme, which I did not like. I don't like. It will ship default from 5.6. The 2021 theme will come default by 5.6. As we did not update to it yet, we are not going to get that. Okay. So we are going to go to the plugin section, and we can see we have deactivated all these 3 plugins. So what we are going to do is we are going to activate this. Again, when you activate oxygen, it kills the theme. So make sure that you're not depending on themes to do something, because we will not have the styling from the themes and everything will be black. Okay, but let's see how it is looking on the front end now. So on front end, it is looking extremely gorgeous, but it's not going to stay here for long. You might be disappointed by this, but that's how it is going to be. But let's see how it will be. Let's go to oxygen, and you know what we are going to do is we're going to select all these three things and we are going to click on activate. There we go. We have activated this, and just go to the front end and let's reload this page. So we definitely lost some styles, but the website is not completely broken. It still has some interesting styles to it, but we definitely don't want any of these. See, like the fonts have changed. It's because the styling has gone. The content is still there. They did a really good job in doing this. Okay. Now we have installed Oxygen. We don't need Cadence starter templates now. Also, we don't need Cadence blocks. So what we will do is we deactivate both of them. So we have I will take questions. So I took a pause because Arsh was asking me a question. He asked me what plugin are you using to display pronunciations of the word selected. So I think you're talking about this one. So that's a Chrome extension I installed. I will talk to you, like I mentioned it later. Let me write it somewhere. Let me write it on a notepad and just save it. It's the easiest way to do things. I will cover all this. I just don't want to take a time in between. So that's it. And hello to Santosh too. Thanks, brother, for coming today. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want the banners to take much place, but oh yes, it's too big. It's really too big. Let me get rid of that. Thank you for your words. I think it's clear now. Now what we will do is we will start building websites. Start building a website with Oxygen, and before going to Oxygen, I want to talk about something related to Oxygen itself. So when you're getting started with Oxygen, it's highly recommended that you go to the Oxygen options here and see what are they giving you. So to add new page, you do that like in any other WordPress website. You go to add pages and add a new page. Customizing site by templates. We have to read things that are given by the developers itself. Remember, the documentation is our Bible when we are dealing with it. So Oxygen, let's read what is given here. Oxygen controls the design of your entire website using templates. Customize and create your own templates to control your headers, footers, and layouts for any post type or archive. So that's what they're saying. So templates are like themes, but unlike themes which comes with predefined content or predefined styles, what we can do with Oxygen is create our own templates which will design headers and footers and layouts for both like any post type or archive types. If you are not really comfortable with Oxygen right now, I would recommend you going with this option which says install a website. So let me do this so it will not be too hectic. Like when you get started, you will think, no, it's too complicated. You should not think that with Oxygen. So what we will do is we will install a ready-made theme which Oxygen ships out of the box. They are going to add more templates. That's what I'm assuming, like because if you go like, so these are the ready-made templates that Oxygen has given us. They are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. What I would say is this is just a single page website. So just get rid of this. Oh, shit, I forgot the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 16, 18. So we have 17 very good, well designed, complete websites in our control where we can customize stuff. So the one I personally like a lot is the digital marketing stuff. So marketing agency B looks good. It also looks very modern. So let's go ahead with this and let's install this. It's asking, like, I would suggest reading everything when you're doing anything. Like, just don't confirm and install normally. Read this. Marketing B will agency B will be installed. Templates, classes, custom selectors, and style sheets, pages and global styles will also be loaded. So that's what they're saying. There is so much stuff that it is going to load. Are you okay with it? Should I install? Should I go ahead and install it? Now click on confirm and install. So this is also installing all this stuff. It just said that it will install. So you can see what's happening here. So right now everything is installed. We are good to go. Remember when we just went to templates a minute back, it did not had any templates, but now it has so many templates, like 5 templates. Main takes care of something, default page takes care of something, other single takes care of something. Like every thing here, every template here is taking care of something. So let's go forward and edit the main template with Oxygen and see what actually it is doing. Before that, let's go to pages. So let's say this is one page that we have here. So it's still broken. What we will do is there will be a page which is properly designed. Nothing yet. It's still the real estate page that we're getting here. Not understand why it's happening. Where are the pages that this one creates? Okay, we have the other home here. So you can see this is the page that Oxygen has created for us. You can see it looks pretty good, right? It does a lot of stuff and it presents you a lot many things right out the outside the box. So it is like a very complete web page. So what we will do is we will make this home page as our home page. To do that, we go to settings and in reading, you can see which page will display as your home page. You will select a home static page. In that, you select another home page and click on save. So when you visit this website right now, you can see the web page that we have designed. Like not we have designed, this is the page that Oxygen is giving us out of the box. Okay, if you want to view this mobile website on your page, what I will do, I'm going to share this page in the comments box, on YouTube comment box, I think. So if you just open it once, I will also do that on my mobile right now. So what I will do, I will just go to YouTube right now. You also do that with me. We both will do it at the same time. So it's like engaging, maybe. We both will do it at the same time. So it's like engaging, maybe. See, like I'm also on the YouTube live chat box here. I've opened that link. Just let's look at how it looks on mobile and stuff. Looking at it, still looking at it. So this is how it will look. Come on, focus. Okay, it's pretty bad. Okay, I think it's looking okay now. You can see how it looks on the mobile screen. You do the same on your mobile and let's see how it looks. I would say it's not looking that bad. It looks decent, more than workable. Like if you give this website to a client, he will be more than happy. But I think we can definitely make some changes to this page itself. Like If you see in the top menu, like here, shit, you cannot see it. Okay, let it be. What I will do, I will just decrease the resolution, like the. You can see that there are three things here. What we will do is we will just make this as in a single line, so it makes more sense because this is, it should not take like 40% or 20% on a mobile device. It shouldn't. Like it's like committing the cardinal sin, a biggest mistake. We shouldn't do that. So what we will do is we will work on the mobile menu, but before that, you have seen the templates shipped by Oxygen are also looking pretty good. They are not bad, they are not incredibly great, but they are doing a very good job. Okay, so I'm closing all the tabs which I have opened. We will understand what's happening with the page. Okay, so what we will do is we will clean stuff which has been installed by Cadence now. To do that, I think we have to go to pages and understand which one is it we have to delete. So today is 13th. So any content which has been installed, so where there's nothing on 13th, why? So this is, so any post that has been installed on the same date, like 2018 10/25, we will keep all that and delete everything else. So we are just clearing stuff which has been installed by Cadence. To understand what has been installed by Oxygen today, what we will do is home page is what we have set for the front page. So this is a page that has been created by Oxygen, which is published on 2018 10/25. So there is 2018 11 17. So okay, that was a bad example I took. Maybe on, okay, we can leave everything which has been installed on 2018 11. So this is not 2018 11, so this goes. This is not 2018, so this goes. This is installed on 2018, so this stays. 2018 we don't want, 2020 we don't want this, 2020 we don't want this, 2020 again we don't want this, 2020 we don't want this, 2018 11 yes, 2018 2020 11 we don't want this. Let's, okay, those are the pages that we don't want. Now we will just move them to trash. Are you also working on your Oxygen instance? Tell me. If you're not working on your Oxygen instance, do it now. Do along whatever I'm doing, you also do that. I will take some breaks. I will let the session wait for a couple of minutes. If you are trying to catch up with the session, definitely do it with me so you will have the same experience as me when I'm doing this website. This is an opportunity for you to get your hands on with Oxygen and understand several things about how WordPress in general works. So don't let it be just like a session where I speak and you just listen. Okay, these are the pages that we have now. And so we just have header menu, which is like very boring one. Okay, we have created a page. Now what we will do is we have pages here, and let's see what templates do we have right now. So these are the templates we are going to work on main. Okay, let me do something else. Let me create a page. Quickly create a page and let's name. Let's name it. Arch is new here, so thank you Arch for chipping in. We will call this page Arch Computing Services page. Okay, this is what we are going to do now. There is an option. Okay, let's create this page. We just publish this page and let's view how it looks on the front end. So even though it doesn't have any content, we didn't add anything, right? You can see like there is no content here. Even then, what is happening is it is rendering two pages, two things here, which is the logo, it is the header. You can see where I'm highlighting my mouse, right? It is the, what do you call, this is the header navigation. This is also footer navigation, like footer. So when you see this on a mobile, it looks something like this. It looks like this template is not just for the home page that we have built. Like you can see the same header and footer here. You can see the same header and footer here too, which says this header and footer is globally inherited for every page type. Understand? That's the point that I'm trying to make here. So whenever you create a new page, you will automatically get a header and footer. We have to understand how it is working. So this is the main template. Let's go back to this dashboard. Let's edit this page. Now you can see like the most important thing is this is the content, which this is the Gutenberg block editor, which we don't use. Sometimes you might need it for clients, but for this tutorial, we are not going to use Gutenberg mostly. You can see this page is rendered using which template? It is rendered using default page template. Okay, let's go to default page and understand how it is rendering this stuff. We have templates, we have default page template. You see, this is the default page template. Now we are going to edit this template with oxygen, or let's go and see what's happening in the default page template itself. Now you can see there is like a very neat thing happening. Like it is also inheriting its design from main. Okay. So before diving into default page, we have to understand what's happening with the main itself. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to main. Where is main? This is not main. This is not main. This is default page. This is Arch computing page. And this is the main template. We will edit this with Oxygen and see what's happening there. We are editing this page with Oxygen. It's good to see that you are coding along. Thanks a lot for doing that. And if you have any problem in between, ask that immediately. So if it is related to the code along itself, I will immediately tell that. But if it is something more wider than the tutorial or the session, I will write it on the notepad and answer it later. Okay, so to see how the structure is, wait, let me change something, display settings. What I will do is make things a little bit smaller so we can fit a lot many things in that. Okay, no, I shouldn't make that smaller. It's fine. So the page has loaded. We can see the page here. If you want to see any other page, on the top you can see previewing. Instead of home, you can select Arch computing, other pages which are already here. So we are going to keep this because it has good amount of content in it. Now to see how the elements are structured, you can click on structure itself. So there are two things happening here. One, you see there is a header content. Like here you can see an element which is named as sticky header and another element which is called footer. So when you select them, it automatically goes to the top or it comes wherever the element is. Now I'm clicking on footer and I'm taken to this footer. So we are not working with DM agency and it is an image. You can see like everything you select, it automatically opens that location and that element. You can see what it is actually. So we are getting an understanding on how it is happening, but what is this inner content? So this is where I come in. So this is where I make things easier for people who are chipping into the sessions or watching this later. So inner content is the actual content of the page itself. So we can see that we are talking about the page, which is home, right? So we are editing, we are viewing the page, and whatever the content that it is in, that the home page has, that page will be shown in the inner content. Understand? So if the page is about services, then whatever the content that is inside the service page will be shown here. So yesterday we spoke about the custom post type, recipes custom post type. in every new recipe page, we will have different data. That different data is the inner content. So here we will add an inner content to show the content of the page itself. So if I just don't add any inner content here, what will happen is when we save this and we open the front page of the website, there is nothing there because front page is our home page which we created or which Oxygen gave us. So when the home page has a content and you are not adding a inner content element to our template, like imagine this is the template, and the template has very different aspects to it. So let's say this is the header and this is the footer, my elbow is the footer, but this is holding in something. That something is the inner content. Every template holds some inner content or archive content to show it, but we removed the inner content from it. Now the entire page is just blank. It just has a header and a footer, but it does not have the page specific content which is loaded inside Oxygen using the inner content module. So to add anything in that, we need to bring the inner content and add it back to the template itself. Now what we will do, we will add that to the template. Let's go ahead, and in that, let's add a inner content module. We got the inner content. Now, instead of doing that normally, I will do that in a very different way. What I will do is I will add the inner content at the bottom and I will reload the page. You can see what's happening here. Even the footer is at the top, the menu is at the super top, and the content is added at the bottom, and at the bottom we don't have anything else. So I am assuming that you understood how this hierarchy works. So we added an inner content here, and that's how it works. So I will add one more section to show you something more. So I added a section, added it above the inner content. So you can see how the section looks. So this is how the section looks. I will add a background color. So whenever you're thinking of what colors that you pick when you're doing something, I highly recommend you to do it from Tailwind CSS. So Tailwind CSS, I always do this. So I type in Tailwind CSS colors. That's why you can see this link has been clicked previously. Don't worry, I'm going to copy and paste this in the comments. So you can just click it and get the colors. Okay, I have pasted that link. You can see that is the link. You can also get that get the link in the comments. So I don't want it to have the pure white color which it is having right now. I want it to have a grayish color. So not a grayish, let's add this green, light green color. So you can see the section here, and when you add a new element, you are going to get various options like the text color, the background color, and all other stuff. We will talk about this in the bootcamp. So when I paste this, you can see the background color has changed. In that, we will add dynamic content, which is the title. So we have added a dynamic content which shows the page name. That's what it shows. It shows the page name. Let me show you how I added it. So inside section, let me delete this heading and let's start from the very beginning. So okay, you don't need to see me here that big. Okay, we go back. You can see the screen a lot bigger. Do let me know which one looks better. Do you want me to be here like this, or do you prefer to view the entire screen full width? Do let me know. I'm okay with anything, but sometimes I will chip in so to use my gestures and try to explain stuff. Do let me know that. Now we are going back. In this, when you click on add, you will get several options. So normally this is what you will see, the basics. What you have to do is you have to go to WordPress and you have to click on dynamic data. You can see a lot more content in this. What you need is not the content, but the content is already added. You want the data, you want the title to be displayed, you click on title. So it automatically gets the title for you, and let's click on save. Now let's go to the front page and let's reload it. You can see this says home now. Okay, I'm not sure like if it is for this page only or if it is for every other page. We have also created another page for Arch Computing. We will also view that now. If we view Arch Computing page now, you can see a title with a section with the title of the page name itself. Understand? So we were able to add a dynamic content to every page of our website without doing a lot. Like, what if you want everything in this to be capital case? Can we do that? Of course we can do that. We can do a lot with Oxygen. So you can see I have selected that element specifically. The most important thing that you have to focus on when you are working with Oxygen is understanding which element you are working on. That's the important thing. Now you have selected this heading, which comes under typography, which like it's a text element. So to do any changes to the text element, you can either directly change that here. Okay, if you don't want the black color, we can get a darker blue, darker green. So this one might look better, like this color, green 700 might look better on a background with a lighter color of itself. So we will do the text, add the text color here. So look, this looks a tiny bit better. We did that, and what we will do is make this all capital case. So to do that, we go to advanced, we go to typography, and in text transformation, we will do the capitalize. Now the capitalize is already capital case. We will do the all uppercase. So every word will be of uppercase. If you want everything to be of lowercase, you do that. If you write none, whatever you add here will just stay there. Again, going from the beginning, you make sure you have selected the right element. You go to the advanced, you go to typography, and you select uppercase. So we have added a dynamic content in the page now, which is really good. Like we have already did something, but I think you have understood how Oxygen templating works here. You create a template with the header and the footer or any other element that you want to add anywhere else. So let me tell you, if you want the inner content to have something else, like let me tell you, like if you want a 5%, 2% margin on every side, why it's not applying everywhere? Okay, you want a 2% margin, and if you want to have round borders to it, it does have round borders, but we're not able to see it here. We can get that. So you can see that it's happening, but it's taking the content out of the window because I think that there was some content added to it by hard coding. They entered the width and stuff. So it's not recommended to make changes if you don't know then what's happening with the entire stuff. Let's go back. So we understood something here. We got a glimpse of how Oxygen templating works. So this is how Oxygen templating works. Now let's look at what's happening with the default page. So it is inheriting something from the main template. That's we were able to understand. And it also has a template priority of 1. So what does template priority do? Like the main template, let's go back to the main template. So this is the main template. To go back, click on admin. You will automatically be taken to the admin page. You can see in singular it has selected nothing, and in other it has selected catch all. So what does catch all do? It simply catches everything within WordPress itself. So if you are loading an image which loads on the front end, even then you will have the header and footer from the main itself, from the main template that we just saw. So everything that loads on the front end in our website will have this template. So even for the post, this template will be applied. So, but what if we want to add another template which takes care of just the pages? So we create another template called default page, and we will make its priority a little bit more. Where it is? Okay, you can see that here. Let me close this. That's the page. That's where. So the default page will have a template priority 1. So by default, I think it has 0, and making it 1 will override whatever, like, main template will not be applied on default page. Only default page design will be applied on every page. You can see if you go to singular, it has selected pages. So all the pages will inherit this design. So let's see what is inside the default page design, the template design. If we go inside, thanks Ash for saying that it looks good if I don't show my face. Thank you. I'm just kidding. Like, I will go back. I'm just trying to get something ironic here. Okay. So this is again the main template. Like, this is the page, default page template. So let's see what they are doing to this. So inside they just added some other inner content. I think they are trying to get some customization out of this. So they can add some customizations here. So instead of 90, we can make this 90%. We can customize stuff around here. They put the inner content directly here. What I will do is I will add a div, or let's add a div, and let's put our inner content element inside the div. Now you can see that it's there. What we will do is we will make our div as 100%, and let's enter this. Now we have a boxed layout for everything in the website. If you want to make some changes which you don't want to make in the main template, you can create a sub template which holds very specific post types, in this case page types, and you make some customizations, so only the customizations are applied to that post types. This looks good. Again, what is the color that we're going with? We are going with the color green 50. Now let's come to the div and let's add a background color of green. Now the header, like this section, and this looks symmetrical. They both look like the same. The problem this will have is when you are on a mobile device, like less than 768, it might be taking a lot. So what we will do is we will make the inner content width also. We just made it like, where did we make it? Like, okay. So we made the width as 90%. Now we will make this width as 100%. So then we won't have a problem on mobile devices. I hope you are able to get this. I really hope. Do you want, like, okay, we will, like, advanced things like covering how to handle the responsiveness and flexbox and other stuff. We will do that, but it's beyond the premise of the 6 days of learning Oxygen. If we complete all our topics that we planned initially, then I will venture into those topics and cover them too. Like, that will be a bonus for everyone who is joining this session or watching this later. So I hope it was clear. Like, this is how we can use templating upon templating to control each and every aspect of our page. Okay, I forgot what I was supposed to cover today. Let me open Notion. Or Okay, we were supposed to cover the CPT and advanced custom fields. You're right. We are going to cover them right now. But I'm like terribly hungry, super hungry. Let me close this. Let me close this. But let's keep this here. This is very useful. Color picking, like these are like super gorgeous colors, and you don't only have like these limited colors. If you go to the bottom, you will see wide range of colors. Like you might even get overwhelmed with these many colors, but having these many options are very useful when we are building big applications or e-commerce websites or any web applications on WordPress. You might not need them when you are building simple websites, but when you are going to build apps, which we will build in the bootcamp, you will thank me when you have these many options. Again, I don't like, I'm not affiliated, I'm not lucky enough or skilled enough to be in Tailwind CSS team, but these guys are incredible. You should bookmark this and use it for your reference. Again, coming back to the topic, we have understood how the templating system works, but hold on, we will create our own template. So this is the default post template, and let's see how the posts are looking right now. So these are the posts that we have. Let's view that progress always involves risk. So all these were created by Cadence when we were installing it. Let's look at how it looks with our theme, the oxygen powered theme. It looks good. It doesn't look bad, but we have a redundancy here which says progress always involves risk is the heading. And again, you can see the heading here. We don't need two headings. So what we will do is, first of all, we will kill this because it's taking away so much space and we don't need this now. We will, so you know where we have to make the changes for this, right? We have to make the changes for this on the main template. Let's go to main template. Let's go to the main template. It's taking some time. Of course, it will take some time. I'm really sorry for that, but that's how Oxygen Builder works. I don't like it. You won't like it either, but that's the price that we are going to pay for using SOAP. Okay. So I accidentally deleted the menu itself. You can undo it by clicking on the top. Like you can see on the top, there is a history, there is undo, and there is redo. Just click on undo, you will get that back. What we will need is we have to delete this. So if you want to remember what you are editing, like what this section refers, click on the hamburger menu here and click on rename. And in that, let's call it home title, page title section. So that's there, but we don't need that anymore. So let's go ahead. To delete that, you can use the garbage, what is it? The dustbin icon here or the close icon here. So it removes that component and we are good. Now, if we go to the blog post that we just saw and reload it, we won't get that. Hooray! Okay, this is the data that we have, but don't you think this is looking a little bit boring for our taste? Let's say we also want to add the information of the author right here. Can we do that with other themes? I doubt so. Or if you want to add the author information at the bottom, can you do that? We can definitely customize the options that the theme gives us, but we cannot change how the data is displayed on the theme-based websites. But in Oxygen, we are blessed to do anything we want to. So we already have a default post type. Let's see how it is looking first. Then let's make changes to it. I'm clicking on edit this with Oxygen. No doubt this is also inheriting the styles from main, but we are going to change some things. You will definitely like them. Default post, edit, click on edit with Oxygen. So let's move this here. We don't need the pages anymore. Let's keep this to check. And what are we doing here? Let's close this. We shouldn't edit. open 2 pages with Oxygen Builder working on it. Now you can see just what happened. You can see this is the blog post hero. They happily renamed it, so we don't have to guess what it is doing. In the text, you can see they added a text which shows the date in which it is published. Here you can see the title. This is the span. If you just double click on it, you can see this is a short code which gets you the title. And if you double click on it, you can see this short code gets you a date. Also, we will need another short code, but not here. Definitely not here. What we will do, we will, like, I'm like a very big person on all being lowercase. We will go to the typography and we will make everything lowercase. This is what I want. This is how I like things. Lowercase. What we will do is we can see different content here. You understood everything here, right? They added a text, they added a heading, and in that they added the data to be represented here, and that data here is the title, and on the date it's the date itself. Here you can see, again let's double click, and you can see this is the content. Now you are able to understand how it is loading the content because it is getting the content from the database. Now there are other information that we can get, but before that we were planning to add the other information after this. Now let's do this. You can either use a section or a div. I'm going to use a section here. So let's click on add. Let's type on section, and there you have the section here. You can see there is a section. In the section, we need to add information about the author. Okay, let's add another div to hold the information. So you can see that it is falling away to the left side. That's how every HTML element will behave. They are automatically going to the left side of stuff. Now let's rename this and let's call this author information section. That's it. Now inside div, we need to get the other information, and I'm thinking of holding it with a heading. So I will hold it with a heading tag. I'm adding another heading inside it. We got that, but we need that to be. So right, just now you saw how you can get the data using the WordPress stuff. You can get the dynamic data, and you can get the other data from here or other author from here. Instead of doing any of that, I will show you an easier way to do stuff. So double click on the text and click on insert data here. Okay, so if you click on insert data here, it will ask you for a lot of things. So you can get all this data, or this, or this, or this, or this, or like you can get so much of data. So this everything is like dynamic data. What as I told you, I need is display name. Okay, we don't need any link, so we'll just none, and let's click on install. If we click away, you can get the other name was demo, which is a very boring name. Yes. So if you want to add anything before or after, instead of adding it through anything else, we can use a CSS property and add something here. Author for this post was, you can see that demo. And if we just want to style the demo component, let me see if it works that way or not. So everything is increasing or decreasing. No, everything is not increasing. Okay, I targeted the wrong element. See, I just told you, but I did the same mistake. You can see that this is increasing and decreasing because I targeted the before element. I will target the original element, and I will change this to orange color, which did not. So everything is increasing and everything is decreasing. So The another way to add this stuff is like the data, the author of the post is data goes here. So if like you saw that there is a problem while styling the content, but don't worry, Oxygen got it sorted for us. You can insert data on the entire text, or you can select some data. Like I can select this data and I can span it. So this data is excluded from the rest of that because it has a span tag. Now what we will do is select this span tag alone, and we will use this span to hold the data for us. Now we want to display the author name. Right, author name is displayed. We are going to link it with nothing. Now we have inserted here. You can see the author of the post is demo, and now we can style both of them differently. That's what I'm expecting to do. You can see that yes, we did that. And if you want to decrease everything, we can decrease that. And if you want to increase just span, you can increase it. So this is like giving you more control in not just a single way, in like multiple ways. That's why I like Oxygen. And again, I didn't get enough hands-on experience to judge every other builder out there, but this I tried Elementor once, but it was the ship didn't happily sail, so like I didn't focus on it for a longer time. So you can see we were not able to center it. So let me talk about this. So by default, for any HTML element, the width of that element is the width of that element. So if the div is containing a text element, the width of the div is just the width of the text element. That's why you can see the width of the div is the width of heading. So if I add something before here, you can see it's obviously going to increase the width of the div. But what if we want this to be bigger than what this content alone is? What we will do is we will explicitly define the width of that element. Then what we can do, we can center it, or we can left align it, or we can right align it. So these are like very like important things that I even sometimes forget why my element is not behaving in a way I want it to behave. So in that case, always remember what is the width of the parent or the containing element is. So it's always what the child element is until or unless you explicitly define it like this. You can see that I have left aligned it. Now I will center align it, and it is always in the center. Okay, we don't need this much of padding. We go to advanced and we change the padding to 20. So we have added some additional data to this. So you can see the comment list and comment form. It's fine, but it's not showing anything else. We will add some data to it. Again, let's add some background color to it. Again, our go-to color is, which one I forgot? Maybe this one. Green was our background color. This was our background color. Let's go there and let's add the background color here. We got some neat looking background color. Maybe we don't need the author of the post content heading to be that big. We just decrease it a little bit. And that's it, folks. We have customized. You have to see it for yourself to believe it. You can see the author who posted this is the demo. Like he is the author. That's the author's name. That's who published it. What we can do is go to users, all users. We have admin and we have demo. I don't know who the admin is. I just have the demo access. Okay, let's edit this. And the nickname is Dude by the Bootcamp. Please. That's what we are going to use. That's our author's name. And we click on update profile. And if we go to the front page and reload it, you can see it hasn't changed. Why? What's happening here? We just made the usernames cannot be changed. Why? Why you have to be so rude? Please enter a valid email address. Why do you need my email address? Okay, let's give something. This his.com. Very, very innovative name that I just gave him. Okay, not working. Maybe this is because of some limitations on this instance. I don't know. So we have to enter a valid email, which I don't want to do, but if you enter a valid email and change the username, it will work. Hope you got the point. We can change the data here, we can add some data here. That's what I wanted to show you today, and I think I have shown you that. Let's postpone adding the ACF stuff to tomorrow because we already went over in great detail about how this data is displayed here. And let me check if I have covered everything. I just want to go to YouTube live and see what I've added in the description for today's content. So I said we will build a website with Oxygen Builder. We kind of build. We understood what inner content is, and we also understood what dynamic content is. So whatever was mentioned in the description were satisfied, but I'm not personally satisfied. But for 1 hour session, we did some kind of justice. Okay, let me see. The username is read in the builder, not front end. Really? I just noted it. I just noticed it. Wait. This is the demo. This is the front end, and let me change it on the front end. Yes, it's not demo on the front end. For this, I think the easiest way to overcome anything, I think it's because author and users are the same. Like I will go over it. Like one person asked a question. Thanks a lot, Ash, for noticing it. I don't know how I missed it, but you got some good eyes there. We close this, we go here, Oxygen, we go to settings. There is something called CSS caching in Oxygen, which they by default cache some content. Now we are regenerating it. Now we have regenerated all the CSS classes and cache. Let's reload this. It should work now. If it doesn't work, I am doomed. Let's see where it's going wrong. We are troubleshooting and trying to understand what's happening here. You can see this is the span tag we selected, and in this I think we should have a color of pink, but it's not pink. Why is it so? The span tag, it has to be, but there is no inline styles. I don't understand what's happening. So this is black, this is fine. It has to be pink, but it isn't. Let's check again. Did I save it after I made some changes? I did, but we're not able to see any changes to it. Maybe there are some things that went wrong. Wait, I didn't change the color here. What did I do? Let me select the orange one, not the purplish or the white thing. And let's reload this. Yes, it's working now, but I think there has been a little glitch or something from Oxygen's end. Or maybe I messed it up. Which color do we want now? It was black. Now we want something very bright to be seen on that page. We'll go again. Instead of this color, we will use this color, the previous one. We click on save and we go to the front end and we reload this page. Now we can see that it was just a silly mistake. I think I did not add the hash before it, something like that. Or maybe I targeted a different element or something stupid like that. So it's working right now. Ash, I think I answered your question. So this is working. Just make sure that we're targeting the right element. Author name, not username. So both are the same things. Author He is the one who publishes the article. So in our case, the author was demo. So we went to users and saw who had the user name as demo, and this guy, the demo, had that name. We went there and we had to change this one, like we had to change the username. So username we cannot change, that's the problem. So we cannot change the username, but we can create a new user, and what we can do is we can call him Arsh, ARSH computing. Email, I don't know yours, but I will give you something. India, no. Buy this boot camp, please. @please.com. Your first name is Arsh. Your last name is computing. If it is not your last name, please change it. If this is your email, then I'm very sorry. If this is your website, then I'm very sorry. So you're not a subscriber, you're an administrator. Okay. We are adding the new user here. So he is added. Now what we will do is we will go to the post, and it is your company name. I'm really sorry. I was like, your name is Mohammed Arshad. Hi Arshad. I saw you on the Facebook group and stuff. Thanks a lot for chipping in. It really helps. It really helps me deliver this stuff. Do let me know how was the session. Okay, we were checking which post. We were checking the best investments post. We go to the post, we check the best investments post, and we edit it. Now, when we edit it, there is an option where we can change. No, what have I done? So we can quick edit it, and instead of the, you can see the author, we have an option, we can change it to Arch Computing, and we click on update. So the author is Arch Computing. Now when we go to the front end and we change it, come on, what's happening? We are not getting the stuff we were supposed to get. Let me close this. It was supposed to be Arch Computing, but it's not. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing here. Okay, that's what happened. Progress always involves risk. That's the post. Where is it? I quick edit this. Instead of demo, I make it Arch Computing and I click on update. I'm just changing the author name. And if I go to this page and click on reload, you can see who published this. The author is Arch Computing. So I hope that this answered you. Change the post. It is on wrong post. Yes, it's on wrong post. I was assuming that I have opened this one, but I did not. But now it's working properly. You can make changes. I hope that answers the point that you are asking. You asked why it is not working if even though I added a different color. I think I just made a silly mistake on my side by not adding it properly. So it's working now. And again, the same thing with the author of the post. We change the author and it is working completely fine. So this is it for today. I definitely want to be spending more time, but I'm going to keep that for the next sessions. There are 3 more days to come. We are going to, instead of doing it like easily, we got a post. Let me come in again. Arch, please bear my face for a couple of minutes. So right today, what we have done is we got a post from Oxygen. We added some data to it, we deleted some data to it, and we did that to understand how templating works. So this entire session was to make you understand how templating works and also how Oxygen processes dynamic data. It does it very incredibly well. Tomorrow, what we will do, instead of going with a ready-made template, we are going to build our own template, not just for pages and posts, but also for custom post types. That will be like a very huge task for us. Like it will definitely take a lot more time, but it will be very rewarding by the end. So let me plug my commercial here. So if you haven't already bought the full bootcamp, go ahead to this link and buy it. Please do that. It encourages me a lot. Like, it supports me. It more than encouragement, it actually supports everything that I'm doing. So thanks a lot for chipping in, everyone. Thanks a lot for coming in. Even though it was a Sunday, you came in. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Ash, for coming in. No, like, Ash is saying, please don't mind. I like videos with the face, but when working on a site, I like full screen. Yes, obviously, I like that too. What I'm trying to make is make my face of a camera size and put it around, like, somewhere at the bottom like this. Some friend suggested the same yesterday. I'm trying to work on it. What I will do is try to get some answers from the StreamYard team and get it done. Hope I can make it without actually putting my laptop on heavy usage. I am assuming that you can already hear the fans spinning heavily. I don't want that happening. So thanks a lot for chipping in again. Have a great weekend, even though I have took some part of it. Really sorry, but it's the essential evil. Thanks a lot, everyone. If you want to give the feedback, let me get the link. What was the learn wp/feedback? So it still says feedback for the webinar, but please consider it as okay. This can still be considered as the webinar itself because it's not the paid bootcamp. Drop your feedback there. So if you are already overwhelmed with already too many links that are shared, you just have to remember one important link, only one important link, that is learnwp.code9.com, where you can buy the full bootcamp. So in the full bootcamp, we will cover several other things. And for the people who buy the full bootcamp, you will also get access to the classes that we add after the bootcamp is done. So there is CSS grid that is coming to Oxygen. We are going to do a video on that, and you will receive that. There is another important feature on 3.6 itself, which speaks about client control. I'm trying to learn it. I will get some time and learn it, and I will do a video on that, and you will also get an access to that. It's not just a one-time transaction where you attend the webinar or where you attend the bootcamp and get the information. It's like a long overhaul. Like, you will have access to your entire bootcamp, and following that, if I ever make any new content, you will also get access to that. So please purchase the full bootcamp. It encourages us a lot. Till then, till tomorrow, have a great time. Eat food to fill your belly and have a great sleep. And have a great evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you are from, wherever it makes sense for you. Thanks a lot. I'm signing off. Have a great day. Thanks a lot for chipping in. Let me put that 30 seconds countdown after. Okay, I have to remove this banner. I didn't mean to put it a lot. So we are getting some good feedback from Santosh, as always. Thank you. What is the Google extension? Okay, someone asked me for the Google extension. Let me see what it is like right now. I'm trying to read the name, Christian Rio. Thank you for joining. We just ended our session right now. I'm very sorry that we live in a different time zone, but do watch the session. I put in a lot more energy today, and I hope you will like it. Let me get you the so this is the extension. Let me get you the link. So I make a lot of mistakes. I'm not a native English speaker. So I'm also pasting the Chrome extension here. You can find that in the Google comments, YouTube comments. What are Google comments? So I just posted it down on YouTube comments. Go get that link. Ask Computing. You asked for it. Welcome, Christian Rio. I'm sorry again, but it is how it is. But thanks a lot for joining. Do watch the session after it ends. I posted that link. And thanks a lot, Arsh, for purchasing the full bootcamp, it really helps us. And if you can share your feedback with the community, Oxygen community that we have, that how was the session and all, it will also encourage other people to take the initiative to join this webinar or to purchase the full bootcamp. That will be epic. Thanks a lot again. Have a great day. I want to leave, but not able to do that. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Have a great weekend if it is still there for you. And stay home and stay safe. Bye-bye. I'm putting the countdown now. The countdown, where is the countdown? Okay. The countdown is coming. I'm going back. I'm going off. Bye-bye.